Welcome, everyone. Mofelola, welcome. Sheikh Fatumo, nice to see you. Omonike, welcome. Ngoya Sharis, welcome. Jefferson Uzoma, it's been a while. Welcome back. Welcome, everyone. Well, we're going to have a roller coaster time today. It's going to be a good session with all of you. So we are talking this week about how to win in life. Who wins in life? And how do I win in life? Who wins in life? So for you to win in life, you must be an upstart. That's what we're going to talk about today. Yesterday, I already told you, yesterday and today, I've given you 2 keys on how to win in life. Today is the 3rd key on how to win in life. But before then, I'm sure many of you are expecting to hear the report on my law suit and on my court today. First of all, I want to appreciate all of you okay, maybe I should greet you by name first a little bit. Mofelola, okay, I've stopped on Jefferson, Daniel Asenga, Bidemi, Obi Ojimadu, Eric Osadolo, okay, Babatunde, Abikosh, Kelly, Sunshine, Doris Alao, Jide Craig, Nkiru, Freyworth, Prince Baka, Joshua, Bright Shibueze, Maji Yagbe, Ojekwa Israel, Idera Nwofo, Afolabi Victor, Jack Noble, Rochelle White, Joyce Dekone, Ero, Ngoya Sharis, Alice Obaze, Yesterday, Alice Obaze. Are you in any way related to the Obaze that is causing all the commotion in Nigeria now? Jim Obaze, I think is his name. The pastor that caused the redeemed man of God to step down. Are you related? Do you know him? If you know him, I want you to let me know if you are related or you know him anyhow. I want to talk to you about him. I think that guy, they are trying to demonize him, and I'm very sorry. I don't think the guy is a demon the way people are trying to portray him now. So I want to find out if anybody knows him. Shioma, Brian Whitfield, Stella Nuhu, Okeaya, Deborah Cole. Anyways, there are so many now. Anyway, let me give you the report about my court today. Today it's been a very busy and tough day, let me tell you that. We went to court. Everything went very well in the sense that the arguments and the evidences, everybody, every witness, everything pointed to the fact that this thing must be thrown out of court, because the lower court have thrown it out of court that there is no case because it's a false accusation. But these people, the government and some people, they appealed it. And can you believe it? The appeal court sent it back to court. So I'm not going to Nigeria anytime soon. Or maybe I'm going anytime soon, but that God has to do some very big mathematical miracles. Some illogical miracles. Because we had one in court, and it's back to the court, which means start all over again. And I've been on this for 8 years. And I still want to clear my name. I still want to stay there and clear my name. So, but you see, we never get discouraged, because if you get discouraged and you get broken when things are not going your way, it means that you don't have faith. It means you don't have faith in God. Faith really is needed when things are bad. It is when things don't go your way that you need faith. You need to trust God. That's when you need not faith but trust. That's when you need trust. But if you know who you believe, if you know him very well and you are a friend to him, I even saw it before I went to the court. I saw a dream. I had a dream this night before morning. I slept maybe just for 2 hours, and in that 2 hours, I had a dream, and I saw what happened there today. So I just think that God knows what He's doing, and God is in control, and God knows time and timing better than I do. It means that God is good at predicting the future and the present better than we all do. So I think that I would think that it's time to go to Africa right now. Maybe God is saying, no, maybe I still need you here. Maybe God still needs me in Ukraine, or God still needs me to be doing this by live broadcast. And maybe Nigeria is not ready for me yet. Or maybe I don't even need to go to Nigeria as fast as I'm thinking. Maybe the people in Nigeria, maybe God is raising for Himself army in Nigeria. Maybe the Nigerian people will begin the work before I even get there. Maybe the Nigerian people will be able to do a good job without me. So the people, at least if I'm here, they will be forced to take responsibility. So I'm sure that's not the report you people are waiting for. But until you learn to rejoice in all things, then you don't know God. Until you learn to rejoice in all things, you don't know God. So even in this, you've got to rejoice. Why? Because He knows better than you. So if you don't rejoice, you want to say that God is making a mistake. If you complain, it means that then you are saying that God is wrong, that God doesn't know what He's doing. But He does. Especially if you have believed in Him, and then it doesn't go your way, you're supposed to be rejoicing, because He's saying what you are not saying. So you are not going to come here and see somebody. Your test of faith is your ability to rejoice the same when things are going good or when things are going bad. There shouldn't be any difference. There shouldn't be any difference. You should be able to receive every situation with gratitude at all time. At all time. Now, as a human being, you might feel some discouragement in the flesh, but you must live from the spirit. You are not supposed to be living from the flesh. So that's another message, but I've already preached that message already about crisis and trials. So if you want to know my opinion about crisis and trials and attacks, go listen to those messages. But you know what? That's exactly why I'm able to confront situations, and I'm able to, to speak out in any situation, because I'm used to trials and I'm used to battles. I am battle tested. I'm not unfamiliar with adversity. I'm a friend of adversity, as a matter of fact. So, for you people who think you have been praying and you are thinking to get another result, well, that's a good result too. It doesn't have to be your way, it has to be God's way. And any kind of prayer that you pray and you want it to be your way, then you are not praying to God. So anyway, sorry guys. It's been cold here. So today, we are continuing on this subject. I hope some of you are able to catch up with the morning message. The morning message was so loaded, so packed, because I was in a hurry, so I had to speak fast and give a lot of information. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just quickly take care of myself. You guess what the problem is with my cold? Because I went out today. And going out means walking the street and being in the cold, being exposed to the cold and all that. So, do not tempt the Lord thy God. I won't have tempted. I just couldn't avoid it. I had to go. Okay, here we are. Okay, so the topic of today is this whole week we are talking about who wins in life. You see, religion makes us to think that to win in life is a mystery. Religion makes us to mystery. It makes us to think that winning in life is a mystery. That only some people, special people, with some special gifts or special favor or special calling could win in life. Religion makes us to think that people who win in life are people with special favor or with special calling or with special visitation. Marian says I look sharp. Oh yes, because of the news I have. I have to look sharp to correspond with that news, so that my look will correspond with my spirit, not with what is happening around me. That's why I look sharp. I have to dictate the mood. I don't let the mood dictate who I am or how I should look. So anyway, my. I'm going to get through this teaching. Call for, no call for, I'm going to get through this teaching. Anyway, yeah, so who wins in life? Religion makes us to think that only some people who are specially created by God win in life. What is it? Anyway, like I said, I went to town today, so I got some cold inside of me. And it's been the coldest in 120 years these days here. So anyway, you don't need, all of us are created special. When I used to be ignorant and a young man in Africa, I used to think God creates some people successful and others he creates not so successful. That God creates some people to be winners and others to be losers. And that God rules over everything. So it's in God's hand and there's really nothing much you could do. But today I know better, thank God. So who wins in life? And that's why I want to help you to get this question answered. Remember, the first day we said who wins in life? The people who win in life are the people who are swift. Number two, who wins in life? The people who win in life are the people who are diligent in whatever they do. Today is number three, who wins in life? If you want to win in life, for you to win in life, you need to be an upstart. For you to win in life, you need to be an upstart. Upstart is a word that not too many people are familiar with. Are you familiar with that word? Do you know what it means to be an upstart? Okay. All the English speakers who are here, all the people who are here don't know what it means to be an upstart. Now, and the reason why that word is not so popular in our common language today is because many people, even dictionary will give you a negative connotation to that word. They will give you a negative painting, a negative background, a negative tinting to that word. To be an upstart is a beginner? No. No, it's not a beginner. Upstart, I will explain to you what it means to be an upstart. But for you to win in life, you definitely need to be an upstart. And don't listen to people who tell you that to be an upstart is bad. Don't listen to people who tell you that you shouldn't be an upstart. Don't listen to people who tell you that, upstarts are inferior. Don't listen to people who discourage you being an upstart. Now, let me give you the picture of who is an upstart. How many disciples of Jesus do you know, or do you think he had? How many disciples of Jesus? No. Let me come, Pastor. Pastor Clement will help us here. Pastor Clement, how many disciples did Jesus have?
12.
Is he a primary school, Sunday school class? 12, right? It's not difficult?
No.
That's an easy question. You have any chair there? Bring your chair. Bring chair for yourself. Bring chair for yourself. I forgot. I removed the chair that I used to have here. Yeah, bring it. Bring the ordinary one. For those who are just coming in and are wondering what was the result from the court, you have to go back when we finish the program and listen to the beginning. That's why you must come on time. I've already given the report from court, so we are not writing anything right now about court. But when you finish the program, go and look. I've already said it. No, come forward a little bit. Yeah. So how many disciples did Jesus have?
12.
No, they can't hear.
12.
12. Good. But how many names? How many of them, not just names, do you remember, but how many of them do you remember by their works and actions? How many of them were so active that you cannot forget them? Because out of 12, not all of, we know the names of the 12. You can recite them if you want. But how many of them are really in everybody's mouth? Mention.
Okay.
Just mention them.
Peter, James, John, and then Judas Iscariot.
Judas Iscariot. Okay. Those are the 4 ones that are in everybody's mouth. You are right. All right? Now, you tell me, what is it that was so special about these 4 people that they are the ones that were remembered? Why is it that is these ones that are remembered? They all had one quality. And that quality is that they were all upstarters. They were all upstarts. All of them were upstarts. Peter, what is an upstart? An upstart is somebody that shows initiative. That is so initiative in everything. An upstart is somebody that thinks ahead and gets ahead of everybody else. He gets ahead of everybody else, gets ahead of himself. He thinks ahead. He always sees situations ahead. And he does things ahead. In the modern word that people use for an upstart is proactiveness. They say you are a proactive person. So proactive is the word that people have now come to value and see as a word that is respectful, that is more scientific and more business word, and that is more a word that is more used. So if you want to say who is an upstart is a proactive person. So let's look at the people you just mentioned now. Mention them again.
Peter,
you yourself, can you, from what I've just said about who an upstart is, can you show me why I say Peter is an upstart? Okay,
Peter is a very proactive person. Now, if you read the story about Jesus and his disciples, you will see that anywhere Jesus was, Peter was there. And whenever Jesus says something, Peter is the first to either object or ask questions.
React to. That's number 2.
And then
whenever Jesus asks questions, who is the first one to answer?
Yes, Peter.
Whenever they say want to send people anywhere, who is the first person to jump up?
Peter.
Peter. That is an upstart for you. No, what is the other name you mentioned?
James.
James. No, but James didn't go alone. He had a brother. Who was his brother? John.
John.
Okay. What were they called? The sons of
Zebedee.
Thunder. Yes. The sons of Thunder and Zebedee. Now, the sons of Thunder, Zebedee, what did they do that show us that they were upstarts? Remember? Who are the one? Why do they call them sons of thunder? I didn't know the one who said when some people tried to disturb Jesus on his way from going to Jerusalem. Tell us about these people that proved to us that they are upstarts.
Okay, I think they were the one.
How now?
I think they were the one that said that they should call down fire to burn to burn the people because they didn't allow Jesus go into.
You see, they were so aggressive, eh? They were like thunder. They were thunderous. Dangerous upstarts. Dangerous upstarts. They were dangerous upstarts. They were so, in fact, they were not going to waste time, and they were not going to sit down for negotiation. They are not going to have some meeting and committee. Their own was action. And they knew exactly what to do. They were going to call fire down from heaven. They were terrible upstarts. But God was no, they were not rebellious. They were just upstarts. They were just upstarts. Are they not the same ones whose mother... I tell them about that story also. You could see where they learned being an upstart from. Tell them that story.
Okay, they were the same people that the mother brought before Jesus, saying that one of them should sit at the right side of Jesus,
and the other
one on the left.
So they should take the two places available out of 12. So if you want to look for upstarts, those are first class, first degree upstarts. Because if you have two places before God himself, and you are 12, and you didn't even say, okay, let us, I think one of us sit on the right hand, and then the 11 of the rest, or 12 of the rest, let them sit on the other one. But he said, no, I don't care what happens to the rest. Even though that could look negative, but Jesus came back and said, what you desire is good. And gave them the key on, I said, if you want to be first, be last. If you want to be greatest, be the least. Be the servant and be the slave of all. So which means he gave them the key. If you want to be proactive and upstart, be aggressive, be proactive in service, in stewardship, in love, in faithfulness, in helping others, in loving others, in be proactive in positive things. Want to be ambitious in service, in stewardship, in then you mentioned another name also. You can't remember.
Judas Iscariot.
Judas is that's what you remember.
Yeah,
that's what you mentioned.
Yes.
No, I will not comment on that one. I think that's what I think everybody knows on that one. It was an upstart, but in the wrong way. Thank you. You did well. So, in some cultures, people hate upstarts, especially in Europe. Europeans hate upstarts. Not just Europeans, Europeans hate upstarts, but especially Northern Europeans. Northern Europeans, Scandinavian Europeans, Russians, and Central Europeans, they hate upstarts. Andrew is another one. I'm sorry, guys. I'm saying something right now. You know, I don't like to operate like this, but I have to obey the Holy Spirit. There is somebody that is watching us right now that is contemplating suicide. There is somebody that is watching us now that is thinking about killing himself. There is somebody that is watching us. Don't worry about me. I'm not going to take your money. I don't solicit for money at all. So I'm not going to take anybody's money. But God is telling me now that there is somebody there that is watching, that is contemplating suicide, killing himself. The thought of death is coming to you. I rebuke that spirit right now. I take charge, I take control, I take authority over that spirit of suicide, and I command you, unclean spirit, to leave and come out of the life and the mind and the soul and the spirit of that person. I command you to go and never come near him again in the name of Jesus. I proclaim the vacation of the spirit. In the spirit, I proclaim the covering of God, the protection of God, the spirit of God to come upon you, the light of God to overshadow you, and that every darkness will flee in the name of Jesus. I insulate you and isolate you from the very thought of suicide and self-destructive thoughts. We rebuke that thought and we command that thought to retreat, to flee, to get off your vicinity in Jesus' name. The spirit of early death, the spirit of suicide, leave anybody, leave the family, the relative, the relations of anybody watching me right now in Jesus' name. Let there be total liberty, total freedom, and desire to live in Jesus' name. Amen. Wow. You know, in our church, normally I will give people like that an opportunity to come and testify. But, you know, you do as you like. The most important thing is that you are free. But if you want to testify, you want to share your story, let us know. Maybe not now, maybe later on. It's a long time I've not suffered from cold like this. So. But don't worry, we are making it. So to win in life, you need to be swift. You know what that means. You remember the thing I did with this thing and the two girls. That's what it means to be swift. But apart from being swift, you need to be diligent. So only people like that win in life. You don't need special favor. Even though God could still give you favor, but favor will only work after you have these qualities. If you don't have these qualities, favor don't work. Miracles don't happen. If you don't have these qualities, miracles don't happen. If you don't have these things in place, it's difficult for anything. No prayer will work for you. Anointing, whatever you call it, anointing proclamation or anointing prophetic anointing will not work because you have not met the demands of God and the demands of nature. Yesterday, when I was teaching about, I think I was teaching about diligence or something. Or maybe being swift, then somebody said, this is not in the Bible. The Bible said the race is not to the swift. As if everything God created should only operate by the law of the Bible. You see, that is just one category of laws that the earth functions by. Okay, you tell me where in the Bible the law of gravity is. You tell me. You tell me where it is. You might not see it in the Bible, but you see it in nature. So there are 7 categories of laws that rule our world. And I don't know what I call that title in the retreat at the HMT, but I dealt with it at the HMT. I think it was called laws or something, or principles, or life is predicted. I don't know. But you go to the HMT and look for it. There is a topic like that where I give the 7 laws that govern the world that we live in. So there are laws And for you, when it comes to success in life, when it comes to ruling and reigning in life, when it comes to winning in life, there are laws responsible for that. They are universal laws, it's called universal laws. So these are universal laws. You might not really say, okay, oh, it's not true, it's not written in the Bible. These are things, just common sense things that God created. So for you to win in life, you need to be swift. For you to win in life, you need to be diligent. For you to win in life, you need to be proactive. You need to be an upstart. To be an upstart. Now, the next thing that I think I must talk to you about, I think through the help of Pastor Clement, I was able to get you to understand what it means to be an upstart, right? Now, I think I need to help you to know, okay, Yemi Adeyemo said, I call them the 7 laws of life. Is it? Okay, so that people will be able to find them. 7 laws of life. 7 laws of life. Okay, that's what I call them. Look, last week, that's what just last week. If you go to YouTube, after this program, they will be there. And you could go to my video section, section on this timeline. You'll be able to see the teachings. They are called HMT, History Makers Training, teachings. No, I think it's called, life is not a mystery. The earth is governed by fixed laws. I think that's what it's called. Life is not a mystery. There were 2 parts to it. There was the first part. Maybe this was the first part. Or maybe this was the second part. But I think that life is not a mystery. The earth is governed by fixed laws. I think that's what it was called, So, Felix G.A. say, what do you mean by swift? Well, you need to go and listen. I cannot go all over it again. Please, I beg you. I've already preached that for yesterday. Go back to the things yesterday. Go to the video section and look for the videos that you missed, and you'll be able to get that one. Okay, and you've missed a lot. There are some links that are always on my videos. You'll follow those links. And you'll be able to follow those links. You'll be able to see about 500 or over 500 videos that you have missed, and you go listen to them. But let's focus. So now the next question that I have for you that I want to answer is, what does it mean? How do you become an upstart person? How do you become a proactive person? How do you attain it? How do you get this quality? And if you have a pen, or you have your iPad, or you have your smartphone, or whatever you want to write, how do you become an upstart? What does it mean to become an upstart? How can I be an upstart in life? How does that happen? So let me give you a few points on being an upstart, what it means to be an upstart, and how you could get yourself to be one. Number 1, to be an upstart is to always be prepared for situations ahead of time. You could train yourself in that. You could train yourself in how to become an upstart. You could train yourself to always think ahead before you do anything. You could train yourself to always be prepared. For example, never go to a meeting without preparing for it, even if you are not going to talk. Most Christians that I know, they go to church. They never get ready. They never prepare to go to church because they are going to receive only. But if I'm you, if you really want to be the best in life, before you go to church next Sunday, get down and sit down on Saturday or Sunday morning and go through the classes or the lectures or the teachings you had last Sunday or last Thursday. Read some books about it. Do some research about it. Hear it again. Get yourself geared towards it. That is getting prepared for situations ahead of time. That is being an upstart in yourself, inside. And it's also connected to diligence. So you are thinking about what will happen today. Before you even start your day, the night before, always think and calculate in your mind what is going to happen tomorrow. What are the possible events that will happen tomorrow? How can I get prepared for them? Is there any book I could read? Is there any message I could listen to? Is there any preparations I could go through? Being an upstart and being diligent helps you to avoid chaos in the course of your day. So you avoid chaos. You are able to avoid a lot of surprising, embarrassing situations because you are always prepared. And when they now ask you, do you have anything to say? Who has anything to say? You will always have something to say. And you always have a question because you are always thinking ahead of everybody else and ahead of yourself as well. By the way, if you have not yet shared this message, I think this message is going to be mind-blowing and I think it's going to be revolutionary. So if you don't mind, please go ahead right now and look for the share button in your iPad or in your planchette and share it now before it's too late. Quickly go and share it. And when you finish, you could go and write the comment on it. It's just like coming to listen to me, right? If you are really smart, when you are driving your car or when you are preparing your food or when you are going to bed or you are lying down about to sleep, make sure that you always repeat all the messages you hear from me. So, for example, if you are going to listen to me tonight, like you are listening to me now, if you really, you could discipline yourself and arrange it in such a way that you listen to the morning message already before you come for tonight. And before you go to tomorrow, and instead of you just rushing, while you are doing something else, maybe you just woke up in the morning and you are praying, let the message be playing as well. So that way you are cementing yourself. You are being an upstart for life. You are preparing your life for yourself for life. So it's a sort of, if you are in business, it's the same thing. Or you have a calling that you are fulfilling. You sort out a plan. You work out a plan. It's like an insurance plan. You are insuring yourself by being prepared. You are putting up an insurance plan for yourself, for your business, for your work, for your family, for your children. Or it's like having a succession plan. When you have people that you have trained, when you have other people that are under you that you are preparing, it's like having a backup plan. So having a backup plan, a succession plan, having an insurance plan, and all those things is trying to think ahead. That is one thing that upstarts do. They think ahead. Or you are thinking ahead, what will happen if I lose my job? What will happen if I do never ever work again? Let me have a backup plan. So the ability to always create options, backup plans, insurance plans, succession plans, those are qualities that say that you have a foresight. Because foresight and foresightedness is one of the most important factors for success. And people who are having foresights like this, because that's one good thing with upstarts. They are foresighted. They have foresight. They have foresight. They think ahead, and that's why they are ahead of everybody. That's what made people like Paul, Peter unique. They are upstarts. They always think, what about if this thing will happen? What about this? They always get prepared ahead of any situation in life. Foresight is a wonderful thing for you to rule in life. You check people who have become successful in life, they possess foresight. They are either upstarts or proactive people, but they have foresight and they get ready in their mind. They get prepared ahead. So these are some of the keys that will help you to become that prepared. Let's take another situation, another example, another point. For example, for you to be an upstart in life, let's say financially, financial upstart for you to, in your own life, for you to be a financial upstart person, a proactive person, a foresight person in the area of finances means to save money. To save, plan, pay yourself, and learn the loss of money. You don't just go to work for money, but you plan for money. And you plan for what to do with money. You go to study about money, the loss of money. You don't just save money, you study about investment, what to do with money, how to control money, how to manage money, and how to use money for money to work for you instead of you working for money. So you have a foresight regarding money. And you're going to get more knowledge all the time. You want to upgrade yourself in that area. Then you save for the rainy day. You save for the unforeseeable problems. You have 1 or 2, 3 businesses working for you. Oluwa Yemisi Astrop says, Dr. Adelaja, your book on declaring war against poverty explains it all. Yeah. I have a book called Declaring War Against Poverty. I think it should be on Amazon and Okada Books. And for those people in Nigeria, people like Shioma could get that for you. And, I think Shioma is here. She will give her telephone. She can get it in Nigeria. And then my book, Money Won't Make You Rich. Money Won't Make You Rich is another book that will really help you with that when it comes to money. But an upstart person, it affects his money also. But a lot of people could be an upstart in other things, but not in money. Because Christians have been taught that money is not clean, they should not, love money, because they are afraid, might be afraid that they love money. But this is not about loving money, just about thinking ahead. This is about foresight. So next point you want to remember about upstarts is that upstarts and diligent people who are upstarts, they alleviate problems or issues before they happen. That is, they foresee. Again, it's like, foresight again. They are foreseeing problems or possible problems before they happen. They are looking for potential problems. You know what I teach my own Rasmussen Finn. I got your letter about Money Won't Make You Rich. You said it's not available on Amazon. I sent it to my staff that is in charge of that. He's going to get in touch with you and tell you how to get it. But it should be there on Amazon. It should be there on Amazon. I will find out. Or maybe you are talking about the electronic one. Maybe the electronic one is not there, but the paper one is there for sure. So to be an upstart means to have foresight, and that means the ability to uncover problems, to see future problems, possible problems, conflict, and to either totally remove them altogether, or to minimize them, or to expose them. You know what I tell my staff? Some of them are here with me. What I tell my staff is that if you are not seeing problems, it means you yourself, you are that problem. That's why you are not seeing problems, because you are the problem, you don't see yourself. If the ability to see problem all the time, to always see problem ahead, is one of the greatest qualities anybody could ever possess. In fact, great leaders who become great and become achievers, they are people who are not waiting for problems to come and overrun them. They see problems all the time. So if you are not the type that sees problem all the time, if you are not the one that sees problem all the time and that sees problem ahead of time, you will always be chasing after problem. You will always be chasing after problem. Problem will always be chasing after you. You will always be running up. You will always be trying to resolve them. But if you are having the quality to see problems ahead, you actually overtake the problem, so you are not the ones running to solve problem or the other, or running to solve one problem or the other, but you have already resolved them before they occur or as they are occurring. So now you are the one giving solution to other people. The people who are able to see problem ahead, they are the ones who provide the answers. And they are the ones who control the world. And they are the ones that other people go to learn from. So one of the greatest qualities that you could develop in yourself is for you to always look for problems. You know, I have a book that is called, Hello, I am looking for problems and troubles. I am looking for problems, troubles, and adversities. And that's the name of my book. It's in Russian language. I am looking for problems, troubles, and adversities. I heard that the country that I come from, Nigeria, people are not looking for problems. They are running from it. The reason you are running from problem is because it has come to overtake you. So you are now the one running away from it. So instead of you chasing problem, the problem they chase you the other side. So in my own team, if you come to me, I want to know what are the problems. What are the problems that are existing now? And what are the problems that you are foreseeing in future? And let's work out the problem. Because if you are not foreseeing problems, it means that we are going to be in crisis all the time. Crisis upon crisis. So that's one good thing about upstarts. Upstarts, they are always thinking ahead. They are thinking about problems, about how to bring solutions to them. They are working our ways. They are trying to overtake problems before problem even reach their own territory. Yeah, amazing quality. Amazing quality. For instance, there are certain people that you don't want to be around. And there are some certain environments where the only thing they are discussing is problem or people. You want to run away from those things. That is having a foresight. That is, seeing things ahead. If you know that around that society or around that community, the people are just discussing problems or talking about other people or gossiping, it will not add to you. It will only reduce you. You want to avoid it. You want to avoid those kind of meetings, those kind of places. You want to get away from negative people, biased critics, and haters. You want to reframe your relationship with them, and you want to go to people who have solutions. You want to go to people who have foresight, who see people who see answers, people who love solutions, who are talking positive, who are bringing new ideas. That is why it will be, I always like to always have new ideas, new thoughts. That is why you can never be bored around Pastor Sunday. Because you always have new thoughts, new ideas. Because I'm always getting ahead of myself. Pushing myself to the limit. But there are some preachers that everything you'll be hearing is what you'll be hearing from the one since you are in primary school. Sunday school. Jesus healed the leprosy and the woman with tissue of blood. And then the guy was Bethlehem, Bethlehem or whatever his name. He said, heal me, I'm blind, all that. I said, what do you need? Tell me concretely. So things that you already know the story, you can even teach the pastor self. In some cases, you even know the way the pastor will start the story and finish it. You even know the jokes he will crack sometimes. Because you have read his book or you've listened to him before. But those are not upstarts, They are not having foresight. But to have foresight is to be fresh every day. To have foresight is to be new every day. To have foresight is to be coming as if you have never... No matter how much you have listened to my messages, every time you come to Pastor Sunday, I can assure you it will be as if you have never listened to him before. Everything is fresh. Like in the bakery. We are coming out with fresh bread every day. Like Jesus. Jesus was fresh all the time. Fresh. Paul, fresh all the time. Peter, fresh all the time. So for you, if you are going to be an upstart, there is no way you will not get ahead of your generation. For you, there is no way you will be an upstart, and you have foresight, and you will not rule and reign in life. So I'm talking about people who rule and reign in life, that you don't need to be running after miracle workers and running after people holy water or holy oil or holy whatever, some prophets and some, hand laying on you and, 20 days fast, 30 days fast, 70 days fast. Somebody even sent me today, this morning as I was going to court, somebody sent me a video. Hey, Shineke, you can't believe what I saw. A big church in Nigeria, was full of thousands, maybe 7,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 people. Morning, Tuesday morning, work day. Work day, oh. Work day, oh. Not be weekend. I'm not talking weekend. I'm not talking Sunday morning. I'm talking, this is going to be, they said 40, I think it was 40 days something. They were saying 40 days from morning. 8 o'clock in the morning, they were still shouting. 10 o'clock, they were still shouting. 12 o'clock, every day. 5,000 people in the hall. Monday, Tuesday, for 40 days. It's not, that is gimmick. And people are expecting miracles. They want to win in life. They want to win in life. That's why they are going there, for miracles. 40 days of prayer and fasting and not go to work. No work. Go to church for 40 days. Every morning, every day. Don't go to office. Don't go to factory. Don't go to library. Don't go to laboratory. 40 days going to pray and for favor and for you to win in life. For miracle. Doing nothing. Not being diligent. Not being an upstart. Not being swift. Not being all the other things I will be telling you this week. Just miracle. God should do it. 5,000. This is just one church. Every day for 40 days. Now hunger they kill those kind of people. It's hunger that will take over those kind of countries. Economic recession is just little. It's just the beginning. There will not be prosperity in that kind of country. And they said, I was told that almost every church has a program like that now in Nigeria. So the whole country and continent is full of millions of people filling church in working days. Millions of people just going to church to ask for miracles. So that God will come and do the thing they are supposed to do themselves. I said, ignorance. Ignorance has killed my continent. Oh, come help. Ignorance has killed my country. Ignorance has killed my people. They have used ignorance to deceive, to captivate, to enslave, to incapacitate my nation. In the name of religion and the name of God. I'm not talking about sect. I'm not talking about some cult. I'm talking about leading churches in the nation. People are going to look for miracles. Instead of them to be taught principles, truth, that will make them to be able to bring the blessing to their own lives. I said somebody needs to bring sanity to that country. Somebody needs to go and open people's eyes. So that's why I'm teaching this topic all this month. And I'm saying, don't look for miracles. Be your own miracle. God has already put miracle everywhere around you. God has already given you everything you need. Just need to know the laws and the principles. Go for it, and you will have more results than all those people praying for miracle from morning to night for 40 days or 70 days. In fact, somebody even told me that in London, why white people are going to work. White people don't believe in God. They go to work and they are living nice. There are people, they are going to church for 40 days, 70 days to pray and fast every day. In London. And they are the poorest in that London. They are the least in the society. The white people who don't pray to God or anything, they go to work, they are richer than them. So if it is amount of prayer that is needed for us to, win and rule in life, then our continent will be the richest and the wealthiest, the most prosperous, the most, the one that is doing good than any other continent. No, it is not by miracle or by prayer. It is by understanding. The people who are living well and doing well, ruling in life, are the Europeans and Americans. Why? They get their people to work. And these principles that I'm teaching you this week is that when everybody else is working and the whole world is working, this principle will put you ahead of everybody else. These principles will put you ahead of everybody else. These principles will put you ahead and give you an edge. It is not some anointing oil that will give you an edge. They are principles of truth that you know. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Being sweet will put you ahead. Being diligent will put you ahead. Being an upstart will put you ahead. Next point that an upstart knows, an upstart does, that helps an upstart person, is that an upstart person recognizes a need for change. An upstart person is always looking for what to change. Brilliant. An upstart person, an upstart is always looking for what to change, what to improve. They are always thinking ahead, what to change, what to improve, what to make better in my environment. What is it that I need to improve in my mind, in my understanding? What are the things that I need to, upgrade in me? In my calling, in my promised land, in my business, in my family. They make moves today for the changes that will come tomorrow. They make moves today for the increase that they're expecting tomorrow. They prepare, they get themselves ready, they change situations today, they get new skill sets or new set of skills today so that they will be relevant tomorrow, so that they will be able to provide new services tomorrow. They get new knowledge today, fresh knowledge today, fresh wisdom today, so that they will be able to provide answers for their generation tomorrow. They go look for partnerships. They go look for people who know more than them. They go learn from people who have been to where they have not been to. And they go practice it so that they are always ahead in life. These are the people who are ahead in life. These are the people who win in life. Not the people who are just running after some superficial, superstitious, myopic things. Like holy water and holy oil. Next quality, next way to be an upstart. Upstarts foster creativity. They always try to be creative. Upstarts, they like to be creative. They are always thinking of new things, creative things. They are willing to step out of their comfort zone. They are not afraid of trying new things. They want to make things happen. They want to experiment new things. They want to, try themselves out. They see the big picture. That's another quality for them. They see the big picture. They are not satisfied with little things. They see the big picture. They put down long-term vision, long-term goals. They plan for the future. They try something new. They don't just hold to the old. They want to know what is new in their industry. They want to know what is new in their area of calling. They want to know the latest technology, the latest knowledge, the latest know-how that people have. How to best service what they have. How to best use the gift that they have. Amazing stuff. You like to be an upstart? You like to be an upstart? You're already one. But you could improve on it. You could now do it intentionally. Maybe it was in you before naturally. But now you could intentionally build yourself to be an upstart. Build yourself for success. Build yourself for victory. Build yourself to reign in your life. Build yourself to lead your generation. Not to be looking for some mirage, illusions, some miracles, some wonders, trying to get something for nothing. Another thing the upstarts are good in is that they are flexible. They could be flexible. They could be flexible. They look for different options. That's what it means. Being flexible is the ability to look for different options, not just be rigid and say, only this one, only this is the way I've been taught, this is the way they told me to be, and this is the only way it works. I cannot do any other thing. This is my church. It's the only thing. I'm faithful. You'll be faithful now. You remain at the back of the park. But when you are flexible, you look at different options. You learn. You want to improve. You want to compare. When you are flexible, you want to consider different options, different varieties. You want to have the best choice. That is what it means. That's what upstarts do. Another thing with upstarts is that they are always aware of their need for self-development and self-improvement. Self-improvement. They are always aware of their need for self-development and self-improvement. They always think, what is it that I don't know? What is it that I still don't know? What is it that I'm still missing? What is it that I'm not getting? They are always pushing themselves to study more, to know more, to discover more. You tell me, how is it that a person like this will not rule and reign in his own life or in his sphere of life? These are laws. This is how Joseph came to rule in Egypt. This is how Daniel came to rule in Babylon. This is how David was a perfect example of an upstart. Next point. People who are upstarts, they always strive towards something. They're always putting a goal before themselves. They're always so goal-oriented and purposeful. They're always looking ahead of them and striving. It's as if they are running in a race. They're always pushing themselves forward. Next point, upstarts always look for clearer picture of the future, clearer plan, clearer understanding. They're always looking for clearer picture of the future. They want to see clearer. They want to be able to picture the future, what they need to do, and how to perfect, how to see better, how to see the goal better, how to get there better. They're always looking for the details that they are lacking, the procedures. And these people, they are always self-confident. They are always at peace with themselves because they are self-confident. You know why? Because they are always ahead of everybody else. They know what to expect. They know what to expect. They know what is coming. They are always sure of themselves because they have gone ahead to see what other people have not seen. They have gone ahead to glimpse into the future. So they are always so confident. And they are always so excited about one thing or the other. They are always having one plan or the other. Do you people think you like the topic? Huh? Can I ask you about your thoughts about this message? Or you're not ready? Huh? You like the Upstart? Okay, let me put you on the camera. Pastor, come closer. What do you think about the topic?
Okay, I think it's a very good topic.
Don't you think that if anybody has this quality, it will surely, there's no way it will be a loser?
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's jumping at opportunities all the time.
Yes.
He's always looking for opportunities and he's always finding them. And he's always taking advantage of opportunities.
It's a very good topic, and not so many persons have even thought of anything like this before. And the reason is because most people are just lazy. People are not determined. They are not proactive, and so people hardly think about things like this. But I think it's good that Pastor has taught us what it means to be an upstart. And from what Pastor has taught us, it means that for anybody who desires to be great, that person will have to become an upstart. First of all, you want to learn to be proactive. You want to learn to jump at opportunities. The reason why most people do not succeed in life is because they don't know how to jump, at opportunities. They just sit back and wait for somebody to push them, before they do something. And before you know it, someone else who is smarter than you, who is faster than you, goes to get the opportunity, and you are left behind. So I think it is good that Pastor has taught us this. So first of all, Pastor said that for you to be an upstart, you must be a proactive person. You must be able to recognize opportunities and go for them. Now, what it means is that to be an upstart, you first of all decide that you want to succeed, because if you don't have the mindset of success, opportunity will just pass by. Now, you will not even recognize that this is an opportunity if you are not an upstart. But someone who is an upstart has already programmed his mind for success. So when he sees opportunities, he easily recognizes that is an opportunity, and so he jumps at it. But someone who has not programmed his mind to succeed will see an opportunity and will not recognize it as an opportunity. So I think the reason why upstarts are always ahead is because they have a mindset of success. They want to be the best. They want to be ahead in whatever they do, and that also gives them that creativity, because once you are an upstart, you see what other people do not see. You could be looking at something, two persons are looking at something, but somebody sees an opportunity in that thing and someone else doesn't see it. Now that is also creativity, because it takes creativity for you to be able to, bring up ideas that someone else will not be able to see in that same thing that you are looking at. So I think it's a very good topic, Pastor.
And all this by topics this week, do you think that maybe I need to write books on each one of them?
Each one?
Because like being an upstart, I think we need a book on that topic.
Yes. Because that's not so, like I said before, not many persons have heard a topic on this before. So I think
even being swift.
Yes.
That is, that these are things that we don't even hear about. We just want to hear about miracles these days.
That's true.
Here, and you have not yet gotten a copy of this message. I think this is a message that all of us need to get a copy of. So please go look for your share button. You should have a share button, a share indicator, something to allow you to share this message under this video. Please look for that share button and press the share button, and let's distribute the word. Let's spread the word, especially to young people. People who have not been, overtaken by religion. People who have not been deceived too much by religion. Let's go ahead and, spread the word. Let's go ahead and copy these things as many times as we could, and then write some things and encourage people to listen to this message. Because sometimes sometimes people give us false humility, false Christian expectations, and say, oh, you are a Christian, just wait, God will do this, or God will bring that, or just wait, your time will come, sit down, all those kind of things, or be humble, or don't go ahead, or don't do this. People who rule in life, or when it comes to ruling in life, you must be an upstart. But religion sometimes kills these things in us. Religion kills these things in us. And that's why I think that we must spread this kind of word, that kind of message. So go share the message. Go look under the video, look for the share button. Let's share the message. Let's share the message. And you remember Gift, yesterday? Gift was the one who was the hero of the program yesterday. So, I said we need a book. And I'm also looking for writers, and I'm looking for people who are able to write or who are gifted writers. So if you are a gifted writer, write to me in my email at, actually you could write to VIP, very important, VIP at godembassy.org, VIP at godembassy.org, or pastor at godembassy.org. So if you are gifted in writing, or you like to write, or you have some potential in writing, write to me that you want to do it. I pay people for it, so you write to me, and we'll be able to tell you how to do it, and we'll teach you, and then we'll give you your money. So I think we need books on each one of these qualities. Yeah, gifts. Here you come again, though, because you know what is holding people back. And now religion has now become the menace that is holding people back from even the very qualities. They are looking for success, or they are looking for greatness, but the thing that will make them great is the one they said they shouldn't do. Yes, like for example, they say, oh, don't run ahead of something. Oh, wait until pastor gets a revelation, or until you are anointed, or until somebody prays for you, or until they lay hands on you, until ordination, until one thing or the other. But then you cannot be an upstart. Then they kill that in us, and then we are wondering, why is it that unbelievers are the ones who are going ahead and the ones who are having all the results, but our own children and Christians are not having any result? Why? Because we have not, we have been taught not to do the things that bring result. The very thing that bring result that we want God to do, He has already given us the quality to do them, but we don't do them. What do you think about this?
First and foremost, my name is Gift, like Pastor said. Okay, the thing is, where churches don't encourage people to be an upstart. Okay. Some of them are already an upstart. I'm going to come closer to you now, because you know what we are talking about. Some of them are already upstarts, but I think they are. When they come to church, yes, they remove their wings. They are not encouraged. So it's like they go back, they hear something else. They come to church, they hear something else. They don't even know how to balance it. They don't know where to follow. It's like society is telling them something else, church is telling them something else. It's like church is higher or superior to society, so who should you follow? So they follow a church because they think it's coming from the altar, so it's coming from God. So they discourage the giants in them. It's people who want to be proactive, people who want to be upstarts. They kill their vision. They kill their vision, kill the inspiration, kill everything, and then they are so dependent. They become prayer warriors. Dependent on the pastors. Dependent on the pastors. So all of a sudden they become prayer warriors, throwing stones and doing all sorts of things they ask them to do. But deep inside of them, they are worried. They know something is wrong, but they can't change it because they think what is coming from the altar is right. So most of them are sitting in the church, but their hearts is in battle. They are battling with their spirit, knowing that something is not right, but they just need one person to tell them the truth. Because if they find somebody who will tell them the truth, somebody like you, sir, somebody who has the truth, the same Bible will read, but who will tell them that truth that will lighten up their spirit and recycle the light in them. You will see them running with speed. You will see people doing things that they are supposed to do, but because they've inculcated religion inside of them, they just don't have choice than to believe what's coming from the altar. So they just want to live by it.
Have you heard a message on this topic before?
No, sir.
In an upstart?
No, sir.
How many years were you in church?
I've been in church for 25 years. So
and you've not heard it?
I've not heard. Not heard.
And if you want to be active or proactive, they tell you to be proactive in some church things.
Yes, church things. You have to
sing.
Yes, join department. And it's like when you are just a church member, you don't join any department, they rate you as not active. You are not a active member. You are not giving your service to God, so you don't have reward. So you just have to join one department or the other. That's what they see as being an upstart. That's what they see as being proactive. Nothing else matters to them.
Not in your calling, not in your gifting.
No way. Who talks about your calling, and who remembers that you even have calling and give? After they want to fill in their pockets and want to call for offering, how that you have to bring after they finish a message, they charge up the congregation and make sure you touch my feet. Yeah, with 10,000 naira, touch my feet. 20,000, touch my feet. Make sure you touch the feet of the. If you don't touch the feet, no. Even you dropping the money, if you don't touch the feet, the miracle is not complete. So you have to make sure the money and your hand is touching the feet of the man of God. What are you saying? Instead of you to teach us how to be better people in our societies, you can see Africans, you can see problems all over. Like you're just teaching us how to be an upstart, for God's sake. There are people who have zeal, how to go how to solve these problems, but they go back. There is nobody to gear them up, nobody
and
to
they
challenge
even
them.
Some people are writing here that in most churches they even tell them to be humble.
Yeah.
Otherwise they will say they are rebellious.
Yes, they told me the same thing.
Now what?
You
are rebellious?
Yes.
Because you want to do something?
Yes. I had issues with my pastors, some of my pastors. Then I had issue with one of my Sunday school coordinator, because anytime they finish teaching and I want to say something not relating to, I want to relate what we just learned to society as a whole. It's like, no, gifts, the way you think is outside this place. So let's not bring down your hands. Let's listen to other people. I'm like, I want to say something and it will help people to be active in their generation. Then you're telling me
they want you to be humble.
They want you to be humble. So it's keep quiet. Don't. I'm like, sir, if you want to talk about faith is beyond just believing that you can walk on waters. You can also believe in yourself and have so much. But they're like, no, you don't say, Jesus. A lot of battles, because I was privileged, like I said yesterday, to listen to messages, people's messages. Sir, I heard about you when I was in Nigeria, because I love to learn. I want to hear. I want to compare and contrast. Like in economics, they tell you about consumerism. They tell you you have to go and compare prices. You want to buy a particular book, the same book sold in this shop A, shop B, shop C. You have to compare shop A price, shop B price, shop C price to know which of them is suitable for you to buy. The lower the price, you buy it because you want to save as well. So you want to hear a particular message on a particular topic, you make research from different places. You make research on the Bible, you make research from different. So it's like, no, don't. You have to just depend on this one. I'm like, no, sorry, my life is not in bondage. I have to make research. I have to grow my life, I have to grow my spirit. I need to know why am I here? Because I started asking myself, why am I here when I was small, sir? I started asking myself when I was growing up. Nobody told me. But I knew there's a reason why every man exists. I cannot just be... How did the world come to place? Why did God create humans? Why do I have to be here if I don't have anything to contribute? Why did God bring me? So I started asking myself questions and making research. So those hunger to know more and learn more, that's why I always ask questions anywhere I go to. And they say, no, you talk more than your age, you reason more than your age. I'm like, yes, because I want to learn. So it's like, if you have that kind of quest,
they will think they are rebellious.
Yes,
rebellious.
You have to be so humble. Anything they say, yes, sir, yes, sir. Anything they say, drink this, yes, sir. I'm like, no,
If it has nothing to do with the word of God, sorry, I can't do that. You can't tell me to drink the toe because that is what God has told you to tell us to drink, and then we'll get miracle. I will tell you it has nothing to do with God. I haven't heard anything like that, so I will not do it. So if others are okay with it, fine. But that's a problem.
So, but with this message you had today, do you think it will enhance you and help you to become a better person,
Yes,
to move
sir.
closer to your calling?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
How do you plan to use it?
okay, because you talked about their upstarts are always prepared. People who are always prepared and people who don't run away from problems.
Think ahead of
They
time.
think ahead of time. They see problems and see solutions on top.
Yes,
when others
yes,
are running.
yes.
In your economy where you are,
Yes.
people are crying of hunger and poverty.
Yes.
Can't you think of something to do
Yes.
rather than joining the crowd to murmur, to curse the president, to curse the governor, to curse the society, to curse everybody? Rather, look for a way you can be a solution to a community,
Yeah.
to a state, to an environment where you are. Start creating change. Start looking for ways to start solving problems rather than waiting for pastor say we should break our goals into pieces. So you can start from little and then like that you grow. So it's like these teachings about being an upstart will help me to prepare, to start thinking of the problem in the next 20 years, that I will start creating solutions for it now, so that when it comes, it won't take me unaware. I just know that I'm already prepared for things to come ahead. So when they come, I'm like, this is the solution, I already have it. So something like that, it will help me, gear me up to be prepared. Always go on solitude to learn more, to prepare myself, to be confident anytime, any day, to be ready for things so that I don't get caught up with problems I cannot solve.
Pastor Clement, how do you think this message could really help you? Because you said you two are hearing it for the first time. Many people are writing the same thing that they are hearing for the first time. So how can this one be a blessing to you personally? How do you plan to use it?
Okay, first of all, I'm the kind of person who, I have a lot of things I want to do, but I'm not I'm not self-driven. You know, I procrastinate, and before I begin that thing, someone else is already doing it. You know, but with this message now, I've learned that to be an upstart, you have to be ahead of every other person, such that when the ideas come, you want to work on them immediately. You're not delaying. So from this message, I've learned that I have to be proactive. I have to. It's connected to being swift again.
Yes.
You know, I have
All
to.
of them are connected.
Yes.
Being swift, diligent, and
Yes.
this one.
You know, so I have to be swift. I have to act fast. I have to work with the idea that I have to be ahead of my mates in everything I do. You know, so I'm going to apply this message. First of all, you said that an upstart is always prepared.
Yes.
I'm going to prepare more, and after preparation, that thing that you have prepared, you must come out to show the whole world that you've prepared. Because there are some people who think that they are just supposed to be in the backstage. They believe that they're not supposed to come forward, you know. And I used to think like that too. And I think maybe because there's an element of shyness and you don't want to...
Timidity.
Yeah, timidity. You don't want to come out to the world, you know. But with this message now, I'm going to break all of those limitations. Amen. And then begin to project myself forward.
Brilliant. Very good. Very, very good. I'm very encouraged. Well, I hope that you people, every one of you that are listening to this, that you are able to take something for yourself. And I will come tomorrow with new ideas on how to win in life and new qualities of those people who win in life. Who are the ones who win in life? So I will come to, I've given you 3 secrets of people who win in life. Tomorrow morning, I'll be coming to give you another secret of those who win in life. So thank you so very much, everybody. And have a wonderful evening. And if you have not shared the link yet, if you have not shared this message, go ahead and share it again. Let's go ahead and share the message again and again. And write some things, encouraging words to help people to come. And Tomorrow I'll be back to share with you some more secrets on how to win in life. I'm hoping you are learning something. I really hope you are learning something. But let's go ahead and share the message and spread the word. God bless. Bye.